What's going on, guys? Aarava here, and welcome back to my Motorsport Manager Career Mode. We're back with the Canadian Grand Prix coming up, and we've got a few changes to do at the very start of this race. Obviously, last episode, if you have missed it, do go check it out. It was over 5 days ago, so I do apologise for the quite lengthy gap between the two episodes. But last time, if you do remember, I asked you a load of questions about what we should do with the HQ building. Also, we have some GMA votes coming up about the tyres. So first of all, one thing that you guys did tell me to do, or some of you, collective of you guys were telling me to do, was swap the engineers around, because Danny White's actually a better performance engineer than Isabel Bishop is. So if we're focusing on performance now, which we are, it'll be wise to swap them. So I've done that. So that was a good thing that some people saw and pointed out. And then I asked you, should I go ahead and build something, and what should that something be for basically our HQ? Because we're upgrading the telemetry center. That'll be done in 6 days time. Once that is done, what is there left to do? What should I do this season if I can? And I think there was quite a few high-liked comments that said I should upgrade the staff center to the max level. We've got 2 out of 3. If we get that up to 3 out of 3, then that will be a really good decision on my part. And I'd have to agree with you in terms of, what we've got going on at the moment is, we've got just over average on design, just over average on factory, well over average on staff, so we're going to excel that even further. Obviously above average on staff and brand. The only thing we're lacking is the performance at the moment, but hopefully the telemetry, I don't know if the telemetry center actually helps towards that. I can't remember quite remember exactly, but also a lot of the performance stuff is actually just these buildings that we build. And so at the moment, I'm not in a position to go ahead and buy a load of these to bump up our actual performance upgrades. So the next best thing, according to you guys in the comments, a lot of you guys with the big thumbs up comments, was staff center. So that's going to cost us 8 million. We've got 7 million. To be honest, I'm not afraid of actually going a bit of debt here, just for some, long-term, gain potentially. And the thing is, we can gain back the money quite quickly, because at the moment our car is performing somewhat well, to the point where we can match our sponsor objectives and get that money back. So, you know what, we're going to go in debt for the first time in this series, and I'm not going to be afraid of it. I'm just going to stand up to it, we're going to upgrade it, and we're going to go for it. So we're going to be a bit of a debt here, but that's fine. That's calm. We can bring this back. We can bring this balance back. That's fine. Just, remain calm. Remain, as Aarava Bene would say, okay? Calm down, Sebastian. Calm down. Just calm down. We can handle this debt. We can handle this debt. So the next thing was the GMA vote, which is the vote for Brutus tyres. So Brutus tyres is going to be a more aggressive tyre, according to, I'm trying to find the news report so you guys can read it along while I talk about it. Where is it? Tyre Supply, there we go. So Brutus tyres for next season is going to be more performance focused, offering, to reject the American counterparts that we've got right now, and the tyre wear will be less, basically. Now, there was a bit of a debate. There was kind of half-half, really, in the comments. Some of you guys were going with, yeah, maybe because we got this aggressive strategy, we want performance tyres so that your drivers can push even further. And then the other side was, well, at the moment, because other people are having to conserve their tyres, and we're basically just going, a big middle finger to everyone on the grid, and basically going, I'm not going to follow what the entire grid does, I'm going to do my own thing, and go with the aggressive strategy, that it's working out for us, because everyone else is too concerned about saving their tyres, so potentially it could backfire on us. So I'm very, very stuck as what to do. I'm really not sure, so I guess we're just going to go for it. We're just going to go into this, and we'll see what the game maybe recommends for me, and we'll just look at it. Okay, here we go. So obviously I mentioned what the rule is for. So this rule will benefit teams that struggle with tyre wear, and my team is not in that, and this rule will not benefit teams that are easy on their tyres, and that includes me. And with the whole coupled logic, and the logic is pretty sound, I do agree with, people's points about the whole, the reason this strategy is working for us is because we're going against the grain, we're going against the grid. In light of that, I'm going to once again, I think, abstain potentially, or maybe even go against, because there are 3 for, and there are 2 against, so actually, I might actually want to vote for against, and not leave this to chance. Because it's not really a case of I don't care what happens. I do care what happens with the tyres, because it's a big deal. The tyres are a huge thing of what we have to do during the race. So, in that instance, I'm going to vote against. I'm going to use I've got I think 5 voting power, so I can afford to give up this voting power. So I'm going to give 2 votes for against, and that will hopefully see us through. Of course, it might be wasted because there might be all these guys going for against, but we'll just see about that. That's the whole point of the GMA. Sometimes you win and you lose. So let's continue here. Skip to the end. So we're on ×2, and it looks like... Oh! It's been approved by 1 vote. These two both used their 2 times. So in the end, I did sort of, well, not waste it, but my 2 wasn't enough. So it's been approved. We're going to go for a performance-based. Well, there was, as I said, an equal amount, 50-50, of you guys thinking that actually it would benefit me as well, because my drivers could push that much harder. So, yeah, interesting times for next season in GP2. I love the fact that it just changes every single time. Like, literally, I just don't know what the regulations are going to be like next season. It's just great that way. It keeps you on your toes for certain. But anyway, we've got our gearbox being finished and our telemetry sensor. Apart from that, nothing else should be happening. Also, once that gearbox is done, we'll have to choose a new part to make. Hopefully a risky one, but let's get to that. Right, here we go. Gearbox has been finished, so immediately we're going to go on designing a new part. So what am I going to design there? So we've got a knowledge available of Epic on the gearbox, so I think that's worth going for potentially, because our front wing is pretty much the maxed out you can get at the moment on this graphic. Same with the high speed, we're near enough. Whereas the gearbox, we've still got a bit to go, so I think Epic could be one we could go for potentially. We have to choose 3 slots first, so we'll go for... Do we go for max potential? 40 to max. And then do I go for 60 here? That's reliability. That's reliability. 60 there. And then risk level -1. Which means I could use this part straight away. Is that the only thing that's available to me? I can't... Requires telemetry sensor level 2. Ah. Okay, I can't actually choose that. So the only perk I get for Epic is risk level -1. But obviously... Our risk level is going to go away for next season, so actually I'm going to rethink that. For now, one sec, let me just do this quickly. So we've got this new gearbox, let's pump that onto... That's got a risk level already, actually. That's got a risk level already. That's got a potential of 622. What could I make with this Epic gearbox? Plus 25, 40 to max, 40 to max. That's 603. That's not actually any better. Is that 623? So actually, I've got my best gearbox potential already. I've got my best gearbox potential. So really, we just need to keep on working on this gearbox. And that's our best potential gearbox. So I'm going to put that on reliability. Going to put that on perform... Actually, you know what? We don't even care about reliability, actually. We're not going to use this gearbox ever. So I'm just going to put it on performance then. So I'm going to take the... what should I take off? I don't really care too much about suspension. So we'll put on the gearbox. And we'll put this all the way to performance there. 18 to 2. Yeah, 18 to 2. That's fine. And we're going to go max out on that gearbox. So we're not actually going to build a new gearbox, because we've got the best potential we could get right now. So then the next best option, probably brakes, I would say. So let's see. Do we have to do another... No, we don't have to do another iteration. We have to have a brakes R&D facility. So this is where the different facilities are kind of slowing us down a bit. So we can't actually do much more than we've got at the moment, because I look back at our parts, our brakes, our highest potential is 526. Let me see if I can get any higher. Right, I can get higher with the brakes. I can get a maximum of 571 there compared to the 526 we have at the moment. So I'm going to build this part. Going to go into a bit further debt. It's fine. It's calm. I think we can just about maybe afford this. Or maybe I want to save this for after, till next race. But at the same time, I can't really waste time not building parts. So I'm going to go ahead and build it. We're going to be in 1.6 of debt. We can get that back, though. We can get that back. Right, before the next Grand Prix, I just scouted this guy, 24 years old, Navarro, I think that's how it's pronounced, 4-star at the moment, not too much potential, that he's kind of maxed his potential out, but he's got a few little quabbles here. Apparently he's dumb. He's a rally champion though, a sim racing champion as well, and a drift racer as well, so that's pretty decent. Marketability not that high, but it's on our radar, potentially. Obviously, towards the end of the season, we may be thinking about what driver we're going to try and get, potentially. I don't even know. I don't know if... I think the general consensus is Cruz is not doing it for us. We need to get a better driver there, even if it is just the same as Balcazar, 4-star, you know, not much better, but just something better than Cruz. But anyway, that's something to think about in the background there, because you can see our drivers now are no longer above average on the grid compared to the rest of the grid. But anyway, we're going to Vancouver now. In terms of sponsor objective, I think we pretty much have to go for second or above just to try and get 1.6 back. So... yeah, let's go for it. Giving the best parts to Balcazar, I think. I think that's the way we're going to go with. Heavy rain for practice, clear for qualifying, heavy rain for the race. So what we do in practice might be useful for the race, but not so much at qualifying. So a little bit iffy there. Could also help us out in qualifying if no one really gets any dry tyre running in. So that could actually help. So I'm actually maybe hoping for a big wet session. But as always, I'll let you know at the end of the session and we'll see how we go. Canada was a good race for us last time out. Let's see what we can do this time. Right, about 40 seconds left, and you can see we're just about to overtick for level 3 on race trim for first time in a while, really, in this series because of the reduced practice session. Unfortunately, probably, just can't snag the wet level 1. I tried to do it, a little bit sneaky, because it only started raining. Look at this. Just pathetic kind of weather data, I'm being told, because it only started raining in the last, like, 5 minutes. So we weren't able to get level 1 on the wet tyre, unfortunately. Did get level 2 on Ultra Softs with the level 3 race trims. That bodes really well if there is a dry period in the race. Bodes well for us in qualifying, hopefully. And the setups are pretty damn decent, I think. We've got at least 97% with Balcazar. I changed one thing right at the end there, so that could actually get a little bit worse. But, you know, worst comes to worst, we've got that banker of 97% from the previous setup, and with Cruz I believe we should be pretty high as well, so looking good. I'm going to take qualifying again, because I think in the last two, qualifying was somewhat decent. I think I'm slowly getting better at it, and I'm just feeling a little bit more confident in myself with it, so I'm just going to take it. I'm probably not going to show a lot of it, just kind of concentrate and just shut up and focus on it a little bit, but we'll take it and we'll see how it goes. We've got obviously the Ultra Softs to stick on, no other perk that we can actually use, but yeah, you see the car setup did depreciate. It was 97%, that was the best one for Balcazar there, so we'll go on to Ultra Softs, and with Cruz it did depreciate as well. Well, it says it depreciated. Well, it's 92, although we've got 2 goods. So, what do I do here? Because previously, he didn't like that. He thought that was very poor. I think I'm going to stick this a little bit less on that and bring that down to there. And that might be better. We'll see. We'll see. We're kind of going to the unknown if that's any better for Cruz. But we'll try it out mid-qualifying. But we can get second or above. That's 700k. That's quite a big deal for us now because we're in debt. So, yeah, let's see how it goes. So, that didn't go as planned. Balcazar came 6th. Cruz came 16th. And I don't even know why. Because Cruz did have 2 perfects. For the first time in, like, I think ever, I got 2 perfects on his flying lap. And then I don't actually know what quite happened. I wasn't looking properly. He said something on the radio, censored by GMA. I don't know, he might have got held up and just abandoned the lap. I don't know what went on with Cruz. It was all actually looking pretty good. I was hoping that he could actually make the jump, really, and get quite close to Balcazar for once, with the 2 perfects. And Balcazar's lap was just ruined twice by cars in the way. Yeah, 6th place, though. Pretty much the same place where we've been last time, really. It's really just Cruz. I was hoping he could get around 10th, but, you know, for some reason, he just abandoned his lap, actually, so I have no idea why, but yeah, I mean, at least we got 2 perfects there, so I'm on the right track to getting qualifying once eventually by getting 2 perfects there. It's just a shame that Cruz, for whatever reason, abandoned his lap midway through. But anyway, race time. Ultra Soft's race trim at the moment. It's all dry, so don't need to worry about the rain quite yet. So we'll just continue as we usually are, going aggressive at the start on the dry tires, and I'll be hoping actually that the rain probably comes around the time when we need to make our first pit stop, really, because that'll be pretty much perfect for us. But we'll see. I can't remember if I think Canada's the one where you can take the Ultra Softs quite far, so we may even get to that, even if it doesn't come in the first 10 laps. Right, so here we go. 2 5 red lights for the Canadian Grand Prix from 6th and unfortunately 16th place. But here we go. 5 red lights are out and we're underway. And Balcazar makes an electric start there. Lovely stuff, girl. Up into 5th place. Cruz stays in 16th at the moment, unfortunately for us. That's fine, that's fine. It's all calm. We'll speed this up immediately and get going, shall we, with this Grand Prix. Going to keep a lookout on this weather counter to see where the weather's going to come, when the rain's going to come. As I said, hopefully, it comes when we need to make a pit stop. But Balcazar just made another pass there for 4th place. So, all in all, very nice start from her. For once, compared to previous races, she's on an absolute mad one at the moment because she's right behind third place now, really getting a move on. Whereas in Cruz's world, pretty much doing a Balcazar from this season, not really moving anywhere, in 15th place at the moment. So yeah, a little bit tricky for him, but we'll carry on, and hopefully we can things can start going a little bit smoother for us. But we're gonna now move on to down to pushing. Neutral for Cruz to really make sure his tyre temp's in a good region. For Balcazar now, we'll put it to neutral. As of late, I feel personally, at least, I don't know if people will agree with me, I think lately I've been managing the tyre temps a lot better. Obviously, there are cases where I just go fuck it and just, let them push, whereas I think it was the case with Cruz last race, but generally, especially with Balcazar, when I'm actually in a good position, I've been pretty decent at actually controlling the temps as of late, and she responds well to conserve, actually. She responds quite well to conserving the tyres. Because the tyre temps do come down quite dramatically, and she's able to actually keep pace and keep control. And you can see right here, she actually stays close to third place, not like a massive drop-off when I click conserve there. So, yeah, feeling good about this. But when is this rain going to come? It's not going to come until lap 12 at least. So, we still got a long way to go in this Grand Prix with this set of tyres. So, I have to watch out for that. Maybe make an undercut potentially, go very aggressive and hope for the rain for sure by about lap 16 maybe, potentially, lap 17. We could make that work if we do opt to go with that sort of strategy, but we're pushing on. Still going to go down to medium on the engine now as Balcazar makes that move. Go down to medium with Cruz. Going to conserve with Cruz a little bit, but with Balcazar, we're good to go neutral now. Now it's all about just taking that fuel down with Balcazar and just keeping pace here. With Cruz, he's in 12th. I've got him conserved for a little bit. We'll go neutral again as he tries to close up to to what will be 11th place. Obviously, I need to try and do something maybe a little bit different with him in this Grand Prix. So in light of that, I am actually going to push, attack. I'm going to go for something different here. I'm going to go onto the super soft tyres, and I'm going to see what happens. I don't know. Actually, wait, hang on. Is that a faint rain cloud? No? I think that may be sunny. That last one on the weather, I think that's sunny. So I'm going to continue with this strategy and risk it for a chocolate biscuit with Cruz to really get him up there, because we need something to get us up there. But with Balcazar, we're fine to just carry on like this, just taking these super softs as far as we can go. 24 laps remaining, and everyone's continuing on at the moment. These guys are going to pit this lap? Yes, they are. So with Balcazar, I think we've got a bit of tyre wear left to potentially keep on going with Balcazar. With Cruz, I'm going to pit in at the end of this lap. Yeah, perfect timing. Yeah. It's going to be sunny, I think, for a bit still. So we're going to go for the we'll go for the balanced pit stop. Park conditions fine. Tyre choice, super soft tyre. So he's going to come in. Balcazar is going to continue on. And that's how it's going to go. And now Balcazar's going to push in. And she's going to pit in at the end of this lap for a set of ultra softs. And I'm going to go with the balanced pit stop as well again. So here we go with Cruz though. He's pushing on. He's got really worn tyres. He's actually been passed by two people coming into the pits, unfortunately. That's just because we really did push him quite a bit at the end there. But that's fine. That's fine. We're trying something very different here with Cruz. I don't care if he comes sixth, to be honest. I want him to come a little bit higher for the point. So we have to try something a little bit different here on the super soft tyres. Going to go medium fuel because we're really, really low on fuel there. But Balcazar makes a good pit stop. Immediately down to medium there. Coming out of the pits, pushing hard and looking dandy. Looking dandy. She's behind 5th place at the moment, behind Costa, who was in 2nd place, I think. So hopefully she can try and overtake him. I'm going to go up into high just to try and let it overtake. Yeah, there we go. Up into overtake mode. And that worked a treat there. So we're up into 5th place at the moment, overtaking that guy on super softs, or battling with the guy on super softs. Stramby, he's on a different strategy to us, so that's fine. But we're up into 4th place now. So decent enough. Going to neutral with Cruz now. Actually conserve. Let's try that. When's the rain coming? Rain's still some way away. So let's keep on neutral. And we will now go to conserve with Balcazar. And we will knuckle down for the rest of this race, trying to secure 2nd place at best. I don't think we'll be able to get 1st, which is Blanc, but we'll try and do our best to settle down for 2nd. Obviously, I don't know where likes of Flores come into this in 2nd place. He may be battling us for 2nd. We'll have to see. We did just get overtaken by Costa. We were battling immediately on track at the moment, but we are on conserve. So we are kind of playing a bit of cat and mouse here with Costa potentially. Meanwhile, we're in Cruz's world. Trying something different. He's in 13th, so he's not lost that too much. He's only lost 1 place there. But I actually may go to low fuel potentially. Maybe try and save some fuel for the wet period. I don't know. It's frustrating. I've got to admit, you just can't do much. You can't do much when they qualify so low. Even if you are in a pretty decent enough car, it's hard to do stuff with them when they're that low. But with people like Balcazar, obviously, it's pretty simple to try and get them a podium. I say simple. At the moment, we still have to do the job. We're behind Costa at the moment. But if that rain is coming, we know Balcazar's good in the rain, so yeah. But it's going to be all sunny now for a few laps, so I guess we'll just knuckle down. I'll probably cut later on, and I'll update you. Right, we've got a decision to make here. Costa's going to pit right now at the moment. Flores is probably going to pit as well. I think Blanc literally just did pit, potentially. I'm not too sure. He's got a full set of super soft, so I can only guess Blanc has already made a pit stop and is already a pit stop ahead of us. So we're fighting Flores and we're fighting Costa. Both of them have got to pit soon. So I think it may be time to push hard and pit in on the next lap. But you can see at the moment there is going to be some rain coming on track. So at the same time, Cruz may be in a really good position here. Balcazar, not too sure. Could we stretch that? I honestly don't think we can. So I think we're going to have to go all out and push at the end of this lap and just go for it and just gun it on the dry tyres and try and battle Costa on track, rather than trying to be a bit too clever off track and trying to second guess everything. So we're going to go overtake and attack, and we're going to really push this lap, Balcazar, and we're going to try and come in either this lap or maybe the next lap, depends on how your pace is. 1.1 immediately taken off that, so this actually just might be the best in lap in the world here, I think. Is going to be, I think we may have to, yeah, 3.1 seconds there. That is a very fast in lap, and that's the perfect in lap actually for us. So, okay, we're going to go for balance, pit stop, ultra soft tyres. Come in. Right, come on. Okay, good pit stop. Pushing out, and we are ahead of Costa. Nice job. So we go on high, overtake mode, and just push. Don't care about the tyres, it's going to rain soon. Just push like hell. Whereas with Cruz, we are going a bit conservative. We are trying to stretch this out a little bit because we have the potential to go straight onto that set of wet tyres potentially. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that a few of these guys have to make pit stops soon, and then we do overtake some people in the pit stop phases like this. Right, at the moment, Balcazar back up into second place. Flores has already thought it's time for Inters. He is a very bold man. He's gone very, very early onto Inters when it's not even wet yet on track. So he has really, really tried to push that. But, so this is Balcazar. That's why we just got into second. We actually overtook Flores on Inters. So, with Cruz, definitely worth making that risk, going onto Inters straight away. We'll go for the fast pit stop. Let's just try it. Fast pit stop. Whereas with Balcazar, probably continue on. Maybe one more lap. We'll see. But push in this lap. Overtake mode. Push in. Right, Cruz comes in. We're going to go to low fuel through the pits. Here we go. Here comes the rain. He comes out. I think it's time to pit in for Balcazar. Is he going to get to full wets? I wonder. No, I don't think it is. I think it's just going to be Inters. I think it's going to be an Inters affair. So we'll go with the balance pit stop. Play it safe with Balcazar. We'll go low. We'll attack in. Pit in this lap. Balcazar, same lap as Cruz. That's fine. Push in. Oh, mistake on the pit stop. Balcazar comes out in third place behind Flores. So I mocked Flores on his decision. It's actually worked for Flores. I cannot believe it. Fair play to Flores. That's actually worked out for him, actually. Quite a treat. Right, we've got 5 laps remaining in this Grand Prix. We are catching Flores, and his tyres are wearing out. I just really hope we can get him, because we need this. I've said it before that we need money, but we really need it now, because we're actually in debt now. We're not actually, just being stingy with it. So we need to pass him, and Cruz has actually been lapped, so he's fine on fuel now. Dismal race for Cruz, but he's only got himself to blame, to be honest, after a poor qualifying. Okay, we've got 2 laps remaining. Still not catching Flores. This is not looking good. Not looking good for second. We're getting so close, but so far still. Come on, Balcazar. Please get him. We need to get this guy. Seriously need. Come on. Yes, we're closing in. Come on, keep on pushing, goal. We need this. 2 laps to go. Crossing the line there for lap 30. Come on, right behind Flores. Come on, goal. Yes, up into second place. Great stuff. great stuff. That is literally for so much. That means so much for us to get that money. Cruz absolutely nowhere, churning his tyres, 13th place, not doing anything with his life. Balcazar, though, has just got us a sweet amount of money there. That's going to be 700,000 in the bank. That is very, very good for our 1.6 debt. So, good stuff there with Balcazar. We actually got a bit of fuel, actually, to play with there right at the end. So, really good stuff, really good stuff. Where is Blanc in all this? He's about a sector and a bit ahead. So, yeah, once again, Blanc, crazy as ever, wins the Grand Prix, OP as ever. Balcazar, I'm going to clap to that. I'm going to clap to that. Fantastic job. We needed that. And she pulled it out of the bag. She pulled it out of the bag. Also, I forgot to note, actually, in between the 5 days of recording this episode and last episode, I actually talked to the creator, the kind of founder creator of Motorsport Manager on Twitter, because thankfully he follows me. We're able to have a bit of a conversation from time to time about the game. It's something that I really do enjoy about being able to kind of, you know, talk to a bit more on a basis with Motorsport Manager to try and help them out, or, you know, discuss ideas, anything like that. And a few of the guys in their offices actually apparently watch my videos, or at least one of them, or at least the founder does. So they watched these videos and they've seen the performance of Blanc. And actually, there's something interesting to note. I did say that he was a bit too OP, and it was a bit crazy that he was this good. After talking to them, I actually found out that it's actually it's a little bit of a bug in the game that they did not foresee, and that Blanc is actually one of the best drivers in the game, period. And that actually, when his team Thornton got relegated, that there should have been something in the game to tell him to leave Thornton. There's this mechanic that tells him you're the best driver, or you're one of the best. You've just been relegated with your team. Leave this team. But what happened is that something they didn't see was there was no team available in F1. So Blanc has stayed on with Thornton in GP2. So apparently they're going to rectify this in a patch, in the next patch. I'm not too sure when that will be, but they're looking at they've looked into it. I actually even emailed them my save file. I actually emailed the developers my save file. They actually had my save file in their offices, which is pretty cool to think about. And they used that as a bit of a beta test, basically, to patch it out. And so they're going to have that in the whatever the next patch will be, hopefully, to get that sorted. So something like this in the future can't happen again. Unfortunately for me, this has to be this way for now, at least for this season. But obviously, hopefully, the thinking is in the future it won't happen again to me or to anyone else who plays this game. So just a little note, I actually forgot about mentioning that in the last episode. Actually, I say that, but I actually recorded the last episode right as I was talking to them about this issue and sending over my save file. So this is the first time I can tell you about it. But yeah, there you go. A little bit of trivia there. Very, very cool. I still am so thankful to you guys who watch my videos, by the way. Just a bit of impromptu, random takeoff, though, that you guys watch my videos to the point where I can be involved with the developers in a such way like this, where they watch my videos and I can actively actually help out in making the game better, which is absolutely amazing for me to, you know, has a feeling to, you know, help out just that tiny bit is a great feeling. So thank you guys so much as ever for continuing to support this series and watching it. I'm going to stop now. We're going to swiftly move on to the actual rest of the video for race number 2. But yeah, second place for Balcazar. Decent stuff. Flores actually got the fast up the Grand Prix. Fair enough. But second place trophy there. Nice stuff for Balcazar. Going to keep our second place in the Drivers' Championship, so that's good. That's kind of one of the main objectives for the season, I guess. And in the Constructors, we're still 49 to 36, so A-okay with that. We got 700,000 at least for our race bonus, so reducing the debt straight away. Hopefully by the end of this episode, we can be out of debt. So we would have entered debt and exited debt all in one episode, which would be great, but we'll see. But yeah, decent. And we got 1.3 actually. 1.3. What was that for? Chairman payments and the sponsor money. Wow, awesome stuff. Great. Okay, sweet. So the brakes have been built there. Hopefully you could just about see, and we are now reduced our debt straight away to minus 383,000. So very, very good. Looking very, very good. So car conditions fine. Podium, hard fought win for Balcazar. Brakes finished. So check your car. So, wait, hang on. Wait, continue on. I can't actually do that yet. Is it going to let me do it now? There we go. Improve. Set of brakes. New. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take take the front wing. Going to put on the set of brakes. I'm going to keep this gearbox on. Actually, you know what? There's no point in doing that. I'm going to take the gearbox off. I am going to take this set of brakes off. What else can we vastly improve? 558, that's maxed out. Rear wing. Could we do anything more on that? I'm not too sure. We've got new sponsors, though. Slot 5. 4-star, third or above. Wow. That's a bonus in a bit. Definitely. Definitely. And just like that, we're out of debt. Nice stuff. And we're going to get a nice bonus if we actually get third or above. That's actually quite a nice, easy target to get right now at the end of the season. Car repair finished, though. But onwards and upwards to a new part. So, what do we make now? Do we make another new set of brakes, potentially? Or suspension? Should we go for suspension? Is there a way we can build much better suspension than now? Or actually, is there a way we can build much better rear wing? I'm not too sure. Right, I'm going to build a new set of suspension here, I've decided, because we can get a real big gain. This is our current best. Could get potential of 543 and a starting value of 503. But anyway, it's a risky part, remember, though. It's going to have a risk level of medium. Reliability not too great, but that's fine, because we can just work on it over the pre-season. It's going to be fine. It will all settle out, so all good. Build part, 1 million, yes. So, we got out of debt. We're now back in debt. That's fine. You got to sometimes spend money to make money. Right, time for Phoenix, the USA Grand Prix. I cannot remember, do we have any sort of bonus here? I do not think so. We got 2.2, home boat. Oh, we do have a bonus, Transatlantic. I know there is a reason why we chose them. 5.6 million. Oh, it's beautiful. Second or above. We've got to get it. We've got to get it. We've got to get 5.6. We've got to get it. Cruz, you're getting all the shit parts. I don't care. Balcazar, we need to get a second. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. If I wanted a race where I wanted 3 excellence, I would want it to be here, where 5.6 million's up for grabs. Just want to point that out. Just lovely. Lovely. If we don't get second, you will hear me throw my chair out my window live on this video. I'm just putting that out there right now. We cannot fuck this up. We just cannot. We've got level 3 soft tire, level 3 race trim, level 1 qualifying trim. Despite the good setup, though, I think I'm going to go for taking the instant result, because we tried it just now at Canada. Didn't quite work out. Wasn't truly amazing. And, you know, trying to get up there close to P2, I think maybe the instant result, because we've got the great setup and we've got these perks. I think it'll be worth it. So let's take the instant result and see how that runs for us. So, fingers crossed. Please, game. Please. Come on. Give me P2, P3, maybe, at a push. Come on. P4. Okay. It's alright. That's decent. That's really decent. Only 2 off. And Balcazar, remember, at Canada, had a really great start. If she has another great one, we're already up into P2 then. Cruz, not so much. P14. Just showing the difference between the different parts I'm probably giving them. But obviously, you know, it's better to get one person there in P2 getting the sponsor money than both of them down in like P7 and P8. So, yeah. Looking forward to this one. Hopefully we can get this. It's not going to be, I'm not going to lie, it's not going to be the most thrilling race. It's going to be quite a short race in terms of the actual highlights I put into this video, because it's an oval race, and last season I distinctly remember it wasn't the most exciting thing to watch really in the game. So, you know, and obviously being a game, there's no kind of, you know, I feel like if you go to real life NASCAR, you might be a fan of like the culture as well, of like just having a bender and drinking for like 3 days with your mates. There's none of that in Motorsport Manager, so you just get the boring actual on-track racing, which is, well, let's be frank, no one can really make oval racing exciting apart from maybe some crashes, but that's not what we really watch Motorsport for. So, anyway, getting away from that subject, we're going to start the race. Let's get into this. Come on. This can be 2.8 million, get us out of debt, and also give us a nice cushion for making parts in the future. Come on, Balcazar. Let's do this. I mean, hey, could even get the surprise win, potentially. You never know. 5 red lights to the USA Grand Prix. Come on, Balcazar. 5 red lights are out, and we're underway. It is a bit of an average start from Balcazar, not going to lie. She's down to 5th and 6th now. So that was actually quite a poor start, really, by Balcazar's standards from the last race and the race previous. Cruz in 12th. Made a decent start, I guess. Balcazar now up into 5th, and now this is where the aggressive strategy works into play. Come on, we've got 4 cars ahead of us. Let's try and get ahead of at least 2 of them there. Get back up into 3rd. We're up into 4th at least. Purple. Nice. Come on. Yeah, awesome. Feels good. Come on. Oh, 3 wide. Oh, 3 wide for P2. Come on. Up into P3. There we go. P2. Love your work, Balcazar. Love your work. Let's carry on like this. Let's actually go to medium, though. We'll go on high fuel. We'll do the same for Cruz. Well, I'll keep on pushing for Cruz, actually. Let's push on a little bit more with Cruz. Try and get him another position here, but we'll slow things down with Balcazar now. As Cruz gets overtaken, actually, as his tyres temps start to shoot up. So that's just bloody brilliant. Match made in heaven there with Cruz. Just, again, another crap race for him. But Balcazar, meanwhile, P2, looking dandy. Trying to save the tyres now. Same strategy as everyone else, really, at the moment. So, looking decent at the moment. And first place is not Blanc, it's Flores. So, as I said, could win the race. I mean, Blanc's not leading, so anything could happen, really. Right, okay, we're in P3 at the moment. Just been overtaken by Blanc, but we are conserving at the moment. And we are doing that because Blanc's going to come in at the end of this lap. As we cross the line, we're going to push like mad and going to come in the next lap and try and get a bit of an overcut here. So, soft tyres, pit strategy good, balanced pit strategy. Where is Cruz? He crosses the line, he's going to carry on. We're going to go overtake and push in as well. He's got enough time behind him to make that pit stop. We can go and risk it for a chocolate biscuit with him on the fast pit stop. But Balcazar comes in. Low fuel. Low fuel for him. Right. High fuel. Okay, comes out in 4th. Behind Blanc. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Keep it calm, keep calm. Right, Sirep at the moment. Balcazar 3rd. Flores up into 2nd. Overtook us on the previous lap. Blanc leading the Grand Prix. At the moment you can see though, the pace is okay. We're on conserve as well. So we're trying to keep the tyres because these tyres are going to be quite marginal actually here at the USA Grand Prix. It's going to be a 3-stop. Marginal. Keeping level on the fuel. 0.8. Gives us some fuel to play with I think at the end. Potentially. But at the moment, Flores getting away from us a little bit. He's on medium tyres, interestingly enough. So I'm not too sure. I'm having a little think about maybe going mediums at some point because we are conserving quite a bit here. But at the same time, if we can keep it going and then push at the end of these stints, it is quite a bit of a time release, I guess you could say. Right, Blanc's tyres are going off the cliff. Surely he's going to be in soon. He crosses the line. He's probably going to come in at the end of this lap, I would say, lap 19. Surely. His tyres are so worn. Look at them. Yeah, he comes in. Blanc comes in. That was the symbol for coming in. So we're good. We're going to continue on. We could probably go 2 more laps than Blanc at this rate. I think we could do it. I think we can go 2 more laps than Blanc. Let's continue to push on. Let's go overtake mode a little bit. Push. All right, now let's attack. I'm going to come in at the end of this lap. 2 seconds off our lap time there. Pit strategy. Go for balanced. Nice and easy. Nice and calm. Going to push in with Cruz as well. And we're going to come in at the end of this lap with Cruz. I'm going to risk it and change something. We're going to go medium tyres, fast pit stop. Let's try something different with Cruz. Whereas with Balcazar, we're sticking with our... Look at that, 2 purples there. What an in-lap from her. What an in-lap. Low fuel. Comes out. Okay, we're good, we're good. Up into 3rd. Again. Blanc. Where is he? Just up ahead. About half a lap up ahead. Less than that. Decent, decent, decent stuff. Fast lap of the Grand Prix by Balcazar there. And we're on conserve and neutral for the last part of that. So, looking very, very good at the moment. It's just about really, honestly, how things are going to shape up with, at the moment, Flores pitting. He goes mediums. This is interesting because I think Flores is then going to have soft tyres at the end. So he may come back at us. And the same with Blanc. At the moment, we're kind of keeping up and catching them a little bit because we're on soft tyres. But, yeah. And then with Cruz anyway, we're just kind of pushing on mediums and just trying to get some performance out of those. Proving a little bit tricky. But he's in 11th at the moment. Where is 10th place? Just up ahead of him. And then 9th is some way away. So, yeah, Cruz is fighting for the wooden spoon. No points for him today, I don't think. Unfortunately. Right, Blanc's tyres are wearing out. Mine are pretty good nick. 53%. We could probably go another like 4 laps, I think. On conserve at the moment. So looking very, very good. Whereas Blanc He's got to be coming in around lap 32, I would say, I think. We could probably go to lap 34 if we kept on conservative. And we've got the fuel to burn as well. So, it's all looking rather interesting. Although, Flores is right there, up my chuff. He's going to overtake us here. That's fine. That's calm. It's calm. It's calm. It is A-okay. He can overtake us. That's fine. That's fine. We've got fuel to burn. Blanc, is he going to come in? Yes, he is. Right, now's the time to start pushing. Start to ramp this up. Right, going to pit in. Soft tire. Park condition looking okay. Balance pit stop. Come in and then in this lap. Right, where is Balcazar? Here we go. Please, good pit stop, lads. Nice one. Nice one. Overtake on the exit. Okay, we're in third. But where is Blanc? Blanc is just up the road. Okay. This just got interesting. This just got interesting. Right, Cruz is in meanwhile from 12th place onto a set of soft tyres this will be for. Low fuel there. Comes through. He's been lapped, so he has actually some extra fuel to burn here. So he's looking decent in terms of just burning fuel. But unfortunately, again, no points for him. Don't really care about him anymore, to be honest. It's a shame, really, but, you know, them's the breaks. I can't really focus on him if I've got better things to worry about, which is, yes, Flores pitting. Set of soft tyres. Where is he, though? Where is third place? Ooh, that's going to be close. That's going to be very, very close. We're catching Blanc, but Flores is catching us. Flores has overtaken us. This is very bad. Blanc is going slowly. Come on. Yes, Balcazar. Come on, overtake Blanc. We've got to do that. We've got to do that. We have to. Yes, okay, we're in second. Flores is taking the lead of the Grand Prix. That's fine. We've got 3 laps left. We can take this to the end with 50% tyre wear. We can do this. Just need to hope that Blanc doesn't come out of nowhere with some fast laps at the end. Right, last lap of the Grand Prix. Third place is just there. Blanc is catching us at the moment. But we've got fuel. We're going to go in overtake mode. Really push the engine right to the limit. Right at the end of the race. Go on medium. Across the line. It is going to be second place. And that is going to be the money in the bag. Get in there, Balcazar. Another fantastic race. 2 races for Balcazar that are very, very good. Very, very solid for the team. Cruz, shit as ever. 12th place. But Flores, first place. Well done. Blanc did not win. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. But Balcazar, second. Sponsor money in the bag. That's all we want. Nice stuff. There we go. Second place trophy for us. We keep second place in the championship by quite some margin there. You can see how dominant Balcazar would be if Blanc wasn't here in this championship. And the constructors, we're 10 ahead of Bao still. So that's good. That's fine. So guys, if you have enjoyed this episode, smash that like button. Would appreciate if we could try and aim for over 1,000 likes on the episode. But let me know what you thought in the comments below. Let me know what you think I should do next. Are there any specific parts you think I should go for? Let me know. But we got... Mamma mia, 3.4 million in one race. Back into the green. Loving that, loving that. That's where we're going to end it, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode again. Leave a like if you did. Let me know what you thought. If you're not interested, do subscribe for weekly for more content. In the next episode, we will be going to the Belgium Grand Prix and continuing our fight of spending money to make money and to make better parts. I'll see you guys then. I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day.